Hey everyone, this is Derek Wilson with CDO Advisors. With all of the coronavirus stuff going around, a lot of people are trying to hook into the data sets and figure out what they can do with it within the tool of their choice. For me, that would be Power BI. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the web connector and hook into the data that is on the GitHub site for the time series information that's being added every day. So this isn't a video that's going to go into best practices of visualization or anything, but it's really if the data is being updated. How do I go out and get it, pull that into Power BI, and then do something with it? So let's get started. So here I've got a new Power BI desktop. First thing I'm going to do is get my data from the web. That's going to pull up the web URL. This is going to be on the website. It's truncated, hard to read here. So the first thing I do is just click on get the information. It's going to go through and pull it in. So you can see I've got columns, latitude and longitude. And the way the data is set up is you get 1 day per column of all of the reported COVID cases. I don't want to load that right now. I actually want to transform the data. So I'm going to hit transform data. Once I have it in the transform, there's a few things that we need to do to it. The first thing is I'm not going to refresh because I'm just going to use the data I have. I'm going to use the first row as headers. What that's going to do is promote everything up. So you can see I've got now I have latitude and longitude, county, region, province, state. That's all good information. That's what I need. Next, we're going to go through and unpivot the column. So for me to make this easier to use, I just want a date and a value for this information. So to do that, I'm going to hold down my shift key and highlight the columns that I want to keep here. And then over on the transform tab, I'm going to do unpivot columns and unpivot the other columns. So the highlighted ones I have here will stay. Everything else is going to get unpivoted. So you can see that now I have Thailand repeating, the days are repeating as an attribute, and the value. So to make this a little bit easier to understand, I'm actually going to rename the attribute to case date. Really could be any date that you want. And then for the value, I'm going to rename that to case count. So now I have all of my information pulled in. I can see exactly what the data is coming through. So at this point, all I need to do is go back to home, hit close and apply, and I'm going to get my information. It's going to load that into Power BI desktop. And then we have a few data modeling cleanup things that we need to do to make it a little bit more user-friendly. So on the case count, I'm going to click on that. You can see now the new ribbon has column tools. So case count's a whole number. I do want to have that to be a comma, so I'm going to click on the comma. So it'll add commas into there. My case date, you can see here, currently it's a text. I don't want it to be a text. I just want it to be a date. So I'm going to change that. Hit yes on the data type change. So now it's going to go through and it did that. And then my latitude and longitude are really a data category. So it kind of sees that and says, okay, I think one of those is a latitude and then the other one's a longitude. So now I've got a latitude and longitude. And that is all of my information. So just that quickly, I've at least brought my data together. I can then go in and look at country, province, date, case count. So these are all the countries that have at least cases reported. If I want to do something a little different, just look at the date, the country, the case count, and just look at the data. Right, I've got that. Instead of having it be a drill down, I just want it to be a date. So I'm going to change the date. And you can see here my dates in a really long format. That might be important. In this case, I really just want to change that to be a short date. So I'm just going to come over here, model it as a short date. Okay, and then for here, I think it's listed, the United States is listed as US. Click on US. So now here you can see I've hooked into the data and I have all of the information for the United States. I can also pull in the province. If I drop that in, I live in Texas, so I'm going to pull Texas in. And you can see here Texas had no reported cases up until March 10th, and then we went 3, 21, 27. So as of this data, right, we had 1,836 cases. So in less than 6 minutes, we were able to hook into the GitHub, pull it together, model it, and get it into Power BI. Now, there's more that we can do with this to actually model it and make it more useful. That'll be in a next video. This one, like I said, just focuses on hooking in and getting the data. So if you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the comment box in the YouTube video, and watch for the part 2 that'll actually go through and model this data to make it more meaningful. Thanks. Have a great day.